everyone, I'm Alinta and this is Janne.
We're the produce coordinators at Alfalfa House.
And we're just about to go and visit some of our farmers up in the Taree region of New South Wales.
So this is the middle of September, and we have the first of the spikes being sent out on the tree, and these spikes will flower. But when they actually flower, they become so much more obvious. This tree will be a mass of flowers. You'll hardly see any leaves through the flowering. You're talking, nut in shell, we're probably looking at about 15, 20 kilos in the tree in this size, and this tree is now probably about 10 to 12 years old. With our permaculture farming technique, we encourage vegetative growth under the trees as much as possible, and then we'll use that when we prepare ourselves for harvest. And we also put a lot of our husk from the trees when we dehusking. They come back and they get put back under the trees as well. So we try and recycle as much as we can on the farm. We don't introduce anything. We don't bring any mulch in from other farms because we want to minimise any disease or any weed repercussions. What's going on, mate? You like the camera, don't you, buddy? When I came here in 1979 as a teenager, no one had lived on this property before us, so it was really remote and a wilderness. We were initially living in tents for close to 3 years, probably. When we first arrived to the farm, our initial issues were actually just survival. So just getting a roof over our head and just living day to day was lots of challenges. But we had no idea at all what sort of farm we were going to be operating, and so we trialled things. We tried as much as we possibly could, and over a period of time we were able to identify that macadamias were the most suited. And the isolation was real. The access to the property was challenging. So there was numerous times that we were actually trapped on the property. We weren't able to get out. So because of those difficulties, we were probably only going to towns every 3 to 4 weeks. There was risks. There was a few occasions where crossing rivers and travelling on these roads were near-death experiences. It was very much an adventure.
Smells like Denmark in spring.
Okay, I'm Colin and I supply produce from this farm here to Alfalfa House, and our family have been here since over 100 years. What you can see perhaps in the background there and the foreground is some of the old hay barns the father and the grandfather built. They've been standing here a long time. They need a bit of TLC, as you can see. This was originally a dairy farm, and 10, 12, 14 years ago, deregulation came and we were paid half as much money for our milk as we were, and it's no good again what the dairy farmers are paid. But we left the industry then and ventured out in growing fruit and vegetables, and most of that time we've been supplying Alfalfa House. Well, all kinds of citrus that we can grow, all kinds of brassica, that's cabbage, collie, broccoli, turnips and the like, and summer vegetables, cucumbers, actually watermelons in a good year, the rock melons, and pumpkin, squash, zucchini, all that cucurbit family, and anything we can grow, we grow it, even banana trees. That's a gorgeous food. Look how lustrous green that is, and thick. It's difficult, been a very difficult property to work because we face, that's due west over there, and westerly winds and the cold winds in the winter blast in from over the over the tablelands of Walter and Nowandock. So we get a lot of snow winds come in here, and over there is the south. So the cold, wet winds come in from the west to the south there, and every second tree around here actually that was here has been struck by lightning. So we're very kept on our toes in the storms. The tree is a persimmon tree, a Diodora maru from Japan. The original graftwood tree is over 300 years old, and this being middle of September, the new growth is just occurring, and just here at my fingertip is the very bud, the flower bud of the next year's crop coming. These are self-sown.
Whoa, look at that.
Which you know what...
Look at that.
They take 3 to 4 months to develop, at least. And anyway, these grew in the autumn, summer, autumn. Look at that. That one's wrecked. Oh, till I can't do it anymore. Can't stand up. My daughters reckon I'll live to 150 on this good country. And yeah, but I don't think so. I'll make it that far, but small. As far as inputs go, there's virtually none other than lime and dolomite, because the soil is just so good. Incidentally, one of my old uncles, when the soil was tilled over a bit, he'd poke it with his walking stick and he'd say, "Ah, good enough to grow babies, this."
Yeah, okay, you could put it back on, I don't mind.
Thank you.